track of our cookies, I guess. So, what? So, yeah, I'm just going to refactor this because this is actually mob prefab. This is ally prefab. The rest are fine. The rest are actual things. Alright, so now public game object cookie prefab. Yep, and then we'll also, so that's the prefab, and then we'll also have game object cookies equals new game object max mobs, because literally every mob could be holding a cookie. That's not going to happen very often. And actually, that's not even true, because the hero is a mob and the hero doesn't hold cookies. But yeah, so now when we create a mob, we're going to give it a cookie. Yeah. It's a nice thing to do, right? So I spent a lot of time just scrolling up and down. I should probably get one of those things where like you can like see like the shape of your code on the side of the screen, and it's easier to click through. Alright, so yeah, I guess alright, so just trying to think of, I guess yeah, I probably would have set up some stuff differently if I had been thinking about cookies from like the start of the project, but we're not at the start of the project anymore, so let's just do how we'll do it now, which is to say, I think like the cookies will probably always have the same index as their mob. So well, I guess that means that like, yeah, I guess we could do that, and then we don't necessarily want a we don't necessarily no, maybe it'd just be easier to, I mean, it's nice when you can use the same index to refer to mobs and their cookies. But I think actually instead I'm just going to keep track of the difference in indexes. And that's because like we're probably never going to have all almost certainly never going to have all cookies on screen at the same time, but like if there's a delay between so like a mob gets knocked off screen, and it might get despawned like really almost instantaneously if it gets knocked all the way off screen, like super fast. The cookie, if I have an animation to indicate like cookie retrieval, like if the cookie like floats in the air and then poof or whatever, just to indicate that you got the cookie or the cookie was saved or whatever, then yeah, we might try and respawn that mob before the cookie animation is done, in which case we don't necessarily want that to happen. I should probably figure out how long that will be, because hypothetically I actually want a cookie buffer so that if you like explode a bunch of dudes all at the same time, like you'll have enough cookies. Maybe I don't want to keep track of my cookies. Maybe I should just like not limit myself, just have like as many cookies as I need, rather than and maybe I don't need to keep track of them either. Maybe Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. I think we're going to keep track of cookies as such, but yeah, I know what we're gonna do. We're going to say we're so yeah. Once a cookie gets knocked out of a mob's hand, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So it might not disappear immediately, but it will. We can reassign that cookie to be a new cookie instead, and that's fine also. All right, so yeah, and we will use the same indexes because why not? All right, so back to where we were spawning mobs. I guess I should choose like the offset, like the cookie, like how mobs hold their cookies. I should choose an offset for that, and it'll probably be like up and to the side of them. So whatever. Vector 3 cookie offset equals, I don't know what it equals. I'll make it public, I guess. I'll take a guess. New vector 3. It'll be roughly like 0.4f 0.4f 0.4f, I guess, something like that. And then oh yeah, I'll make it public so I can change it. So yeah. Chat has been super quiet all day, and if the viewer count is any indication, someone has at least stopped by at some point. But maybe we're just having a very quiet chat day. It's not a very talkative day. That's fine. Yeah. So alright, save that. And now, alright, so yeah, now when we spawn a mob, we can spawn a cookie to go with it, and we can parent the cookie to the mob, and we can put it. Oh, wait, yeah. So actually, well, I made it public, so I'll have to change it publicly. But okay, so yeah, because we don't want those values to all be positive. We want the x's doesn't matter. We want the z value to be positive, or the y value to be positive, but we want the z value to be negative, so that it appears closer towards the camera rather than further away. I mean, I guess it makes as much sense if the mobs were protective of their cookies, but for now, oops, wrong button. For now, we're gonna have it that way. We can always change it. So, right, fixed update, spawn time. Okay, so now mobs I equals instantiate, etc., and so on and so forth. And yeah, so also let's do cookies. So I guess I could name it mobs cookies because that would fit the naming convention. So okay, I'm gonna refactor cookies to be called mobs cookies. And then yeah, hypothetically, I guess I don't need carrying now. I could just do mobs cookies not equals null as the as that. Okay, it's not mob prefab, it's cookie prefab. It doesn't matter where it shows up because we're going to change it almost instantaneously. So 0, 0, 0 is fine. Actually, I mean, I guess I could just spawn it. Yeah, I can just spawn it at mobs I position. Mobs I dot transform dot position plus cookie offset, and then sure, and then okay, so mobs cookies I dot transform dot parent equals mobs I dot transform dot dot transform. What else? What else? Oh, right. So now, I mean, I guess we should now see mobs carrying cookies because we've done that much. What do you say? Can I make some mobs and give them cookies? You're just gonna crash for some reason? I mean, if I had to pick one of those two, I know which one I'd pick. Oh, so you're gonna work? But you're just, because I haven't set, okay. I haven't set cookie prefab to be a thing yet. Oh, and right, and I renamed those public things, so. Okay, sorry. This is the, okay. So, mob prefab, ally prefab, and cookie prefab. Where's cookie prefab? Alright, so now things should be less broken. Yeah, those mobs got such cookies. Those mobs got cookies for days. Not literally. That is actually probably only enough cookies for an afternoon. Alright, so actually let's hold your cookies a little bit higher. You're proud of those cookies. Yeah, that's some mob cookies. Alright. Now let's alright, so now when the mob gets knocked back, let's unparent the let's unparent the cookie, because that's something we know we have to do. And then also let's come up with the script for what an unparented cookie does. Essentially it drops to the ground. Or maybe I should zoom over to the hero. Or maybe drop to the ground then zoom over to the hero to make it clear that you're collecting these things. Maybe they could fly up to the score meter at the top of the screen. I don't know. Now, for starters, let's just make them drop to the ground and then get destroyed after a short period of time. So, yeah, back to our cookie scripts. So, let's say public void drop and let's say public void drop so let's keep track of float drop time equals it doesn't equal anything. Float and let's make this public float anim duration equals 3 seconds, I guess. Or three the units of which are seconds. Let's close these brackets also. Alright, so public void drop. Let's say drop time equals fixed time, I guess. Save that. And then on fixed update, let's say if drop time alright, let's bool anim and so bool anim equals false, but then when dropped anim equals true. Why are you is that whatever. Okay, so then if anim and drop time plus anim dir is less than and animdir plus drop time plus animdir is less than time dot fixed time, then destroy this dot game object. So right, okay. So they don't drop to the ground yet, but maybe they don't have to. I guess they can just kind of hover in the air for a moment, and then all right, save that. And now, oh yeah, and then the other thing we have to do now is that when in knockback calc, when we drop the cookie, we also have to drop the cookie, if you know what I mean. No, no, we actually have to go mobs cookies mi dot get component cookie dot, oops, today supposed to do that in quotation marks? Forget. No, how do I forget how get component. I never remember how get component works. Derp. Get component. How's it work? No. Oh, was the capitalization not right? Am I supposed to be capital cookie? No? I don't know. Whatever. Drop, I guess. What? Why? How am I doing this wrong? Did I not? That's public. Super public. So... Oh. Was it the capitalization thing? Did you want us to be a capital C cookie? No? You don't like any of that. Alright, whatever. You're wrong. I'm clearly right. So... How did I do it for my other projects? I just did this recently in another project. It was for stars. Star.cs. Oh no, it wasn't. But it wasn't referenced. It was star was the game object, but we actually want to open, I guess, is play. Although, what was it called? Yeah, where's the part with the get component though? What? I just want to use get component here. Oh, there we go. Oh, what? Oh, you just don't like that I called it cookie. Fine. Well, fine then. Oh no, is it that I didn't add the... Is it because I didn't put these in? Hey, there we go. How come cookie's blue? Creeps me out a little bit. Okay. Alright. Wonder if it works. So now hypothetically, after dudes get knocked around, they should leave their cookies behind, and, oh, right, that's the other thing. Cooldown is on... Things are only supposed to cool down if the... What? You didn't drop your cookies. And now everything's just freaking out. Yeah, what? Oh, right. Oh, right, yeah, no, we only destroy the cookie, right. So, if, okay, so if that and carrying, mobs carrying Emma, only in the case that they're actually carrying something do we try and destroy their cookies. Oh, and we're not unparenting it. That was the other thing that probably made it seem weird. Okay, so drop the cookie and also mobs cookies mi dot transform dot parent equals bucket. Alright. So now things might actually work a little bit better. Except that you're apparently really annoyed for some reason. You're weird. What? Bucket's not a game object, it's a transform. Right? Or no, maybe that was for that other project. Maybe it was, okay, yeah, maybe it is a game object here. Alright, so bomb, 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 bomb. Haha. Haha, eat it. I will destroy all you cookie havers. You scurrilous cookie havers. You'll be no more. Not once I'm done with you. Alright, so the cookies do disappear. Eventually. I guess I can make them slightly bigger. Because it's okay if they're like slightly comedically big. What? I'm not trying to just access a destroyed game object. Oh. Right, no, maybe I was. And that's only because when the mob makes it home, he needs a new cookie. Right, so where was that bit about cookies and business? Somewhere near here. Here we are. Alright, so mob carrying equals false. I guess in this case we should just straight up destroy the cookie because you escaped with it. Alright, so mobs cookie, caps lock, cookies. Actually, I guess it's not mobs cookies, it's mobs cookie. So I can fix that in just a second. Equals, or no, destroy. Destroy mobs cookie. Actually, yeah, refactor this to mobs cookie. Because they each only have one cookie. And then, right, and give the mob a cookie. So, right, yeah, just copy the cookie giving thing from up here. Yeah. Ta-da. Alright. So, I was gonna do what? I guess I might as well just like give the cookies to the hero. Heroes like cookies. So, oh, but then the cookies need a concept of the hero. Which is a little weird. Because the cookie's a prefab, whereas the hero is not a prefab. So, I guess at the time of destruction, I could tell the cookie about the hero. So, like, drop could take an argument of a game object. Game object, hero, and then we drop. We can tell it about hero. think. Yeah, hero, I guess, or this even. But we'll just do hero. So then cookie can keep track of a game object called hero. Actually, this one has to be called HRO. So anim equals true, hero equals HRO. And so if anim actually, I guess anim time, I guess we're not really even gonna really do anymore. We can just say if anim we'll keep that. So if anim, okay, so then if transform dot position, alright, so h offset equals transform dot position minus, or no, in this case, hero dot transform dot position minus transform dot position. So the distance between, oh, oops, this is a vector 3. BT dubs. Vector 3 h offset equals hero transform position minus transform position. So now we get the offset. What are you? What do you? Oh, I forgot to put that there. All right, cool. What else? Okay, so hero dot transform dot position minus transform dot position. If I guess I should. Nah, I'll just, okay, so if, so then, vector 3 h offset n equals h offset. Nah, whatever. Okay, I don't actually need to keep track of that because I can just say if h, or, well, yeah, no, wait, never mind. Vector 3 h offset n equals h offset dot normalized times time dot fixed delta time times speed, I guess. Although, yeah. Alright, times speed, fly speed. Oop, yeah. And so then, I don't know, public fly speed, float fly speed equals, I don't know how big speeds are supposed to be. It's like, I'll just say like 10, I guess, for starters. And then, so yeah, so if right, if h offset n dot magnitude is greater than h offset magnitude, so if the distance it would travel is greater than the distance to the target, then that means we reached our destination, basically. So in that case, we can just destroy this game object. Otherwise, we can say else. We can say transform dot position plus equals h offset n. And then, yeah. So now I think when we knock a, let's what's the problem? No, that's not. Okay, this one. H offset. Oh, yeah, dot magnitude. These are both supposed to be magnitudes. Alright, so save that. Yeah, so now when we knock cookies down, or knock mobs around, we should steal their cookies. Yeah, bomb's not supposed to actually go on cooldown unless. Alright, so definitely taking their cookies. Let's try. Oh yeah, alright, so let's spawn allies, because that'll make the cookie flight animation a little more obvious. Also, I think I'm gonna keep like anim time, and there's gonna be like a short pause between when the cookie is dropped and when it flies towards the hero. Oh yeah, but it said it was gonna spawn allies. 9 of them. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, that's some cookie getting. Look at that cookie getting. Look at all those gotten cookies. Yeah, I really have to change targeting system to prioritize mobs with cookies, because that's going to be pretty vital. If this is how the game systems are to work. Get him! Get that cookie-bearing monster. I guess I should also check to make sure that mobs can drop their cookies at the end of the level. Yeah, this seems fine. Right, yeah. So, you cookie monsters are not going anywhere. Alright, I think some of the things I like about this, I don't need to multiply that anymore. I think some of the things I like about this setup is that it, like range I was worried would be underpowered, but like with this sort of system, it's really not. It's actually really powerful to have like a greater range, because like the greater your range, the more cookies you can knock out of people's hands. Sorry, I really shouldn't have named those cookies, because now I'm just gonna laugh stupidly every time I talk about them. Oh yeah, so one thing I was gonna do is change it so that you don't use up your bombs if there are no valid targets in range. I was also going to bump up the size of the cookies. So, oh yeah, I have to put it here in order to access the coin, in order to bump up the size. So let's say 0.75 to add 0.075. 0.75. Let's see how that goes. I'm just going to leave that cookie on the ground in case I need to keep changing it. That seems better. Although it might be slightly too big at this point. No, that's probably good, actually. Yeah, I'll call that good for now. Alright, so, yeah, oh yeah, quick thing. Bombs don't actually go on cooldown unless you actually use them. Probably, right? I guess it's not the worst if they don't, but let's do that anyways. So, no, not power activate. Back in GUI, I think is where we set the cooldown to occur. Alright, so, oh yeah, right. So, is that, yeah, it's this one here. So, oh right, I decided against this. Actually, no, I was thinking I might bring it back. Whatever, I'll leave it like that for now. So, oh. Right, no, I don't actually do the cooldown thing here. I do the cooldown thing later. Do I? No, I do the cooldown thing here. Huh. Which I guess I can't. So let's steal this. Although it'll actually be different down there. So, anyways, Right, because like powers get activated down here, and where do they get activated? Where do powers get activated? Because oh, here it is. Okay. So right, so then we can say if what? If whoops, that's that's silly. So if pow act. So yeah, we just tried to act. So if it was time to activate a power, we just tried to activate it and set pow act to the opposite of the result. So like if we successfully activated it, then pow act would go to false because we don't need to activate it anymore. Oh. So, wait a second. So hypothetically, like bombs continue to try to activate until yeah, I don't think that's right. I think we want pow act always to get set to false after an activation has been attempted, but we don't want to initiate the cooldown unless, yeah. So, yeah, let's change this. Let's say if power activate, then we do the pow time, etc., etc. And then regardless of whether that happens, pow act equals false. Alright, so now, yeah, just a quick thing, but now, like, if we try and bomb and there's nothing in range, it doesn't actually use our cooldown, so it just stays legit. Although, I mean, I guess I'll probably want to use, give some indication of what's up, considering if someone tries to use that button too soon, then it'll be completely unclear what the heck is going on. Did I just click through this button? No. Alright, good. Probably just misclicked. Alright, so, yeah, how about that? Alright, so yeah, we should give you points for collecting cookies. We should give you more points for kicking a mob out of the stratosphere. So, escape, height, destroy mob. Oh, I guess it's not destroy mob. Yeah, score, let's say score plus equals like 10, I guess. Save that, and then, right, so cookie, get component, so yeah, when this happens, let's say, score plus plus. Alright. So, yeah, how about that? How about that? I'm getting a little bit peckish. I'm going to probably have a snack, and it's probably going to be tomato juice. I really like tomato juice. Somehow this weekend I bruised, like, the inside of my thumb or something. Like, the part of my thumb that I use to, like, hold things is now slightly sore. I like having allies around, so I'm gonna crank out a bunch of those. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so, wow, yeah, I guess everywhere that I targeted before, I should now target twice. I should first check to see if the mob's holding a cookie. I should first I should sweep for valid mobs in the area carrying cookies. Then only if I don't find one, should I look for a mob without a cookie, or just like any old mob. Hmm. So I changed a lot regarding like the way the game world, like what's important in the game world. So like one thing I'm thinking is that I might want to bring back, like, not necessarily home as I'd been using it before, but I might want to bring back some central location for the mobs to move towards, because I don't know, it seems weird to have them have such a wide range, and actually there's nothing to make them like gravitate centrally in any regard. So like so the more they get knocked around, like the further and further they'll spread. There's no specific endpoint to how far apart they could get spread. So I should probably, yeah. I guess I'll just like gently nudge them towards the center, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I could set up like specific boundaries, so like that there actually is like an edge of the map. I could just narrow down. Well, actually, one thing I want to change, regardless of that, is I want there to be some variability in the mob's traversal, so that they don't like keep forming these like single file lines, because like those are just weird to me. I'd rather them just like kind of get all mixed together or whatever. Yeah, dash means something very different now that positioning is as important. So maybe dash should always take into account the position of the dust marker. So I don't know how that works with multi-dash exactly. Yeah, I don't know how that works with multi-dash, but yeah, maybe like you just can't clear your marker while dashing, and then it always takes your takes the position of the dust marker into account. So I guess one good thing is that this is an overwhelming amount of mobs, and I was worried that that the game might get boring. Like it might take too long to like ramp towards something like before I added in like cooldowns, and before the powers were even like slightly balanced, like it was like so super crazy and like frenetic and kind of fun in that regard. So it'd be nice to get back to some of that. I also need to make bomb way more powerful, I think, because like right now it's rather paltry compared to auto attack. It was better back before auto attack had like a radius to it and could hit multiple targets, but now it's just like really unimpressive in comparison. So what if it was, yeah, actually I guess I'll just keep the simulation running. So what if what if the starting range on, oh wait, no, not even the starting range, but the explosion radius, yeah. Wow, I put it all the way down to 0.18, so I should probably jack it back up to like 0.4 maybe. Hopefully that'll just have a little more oomph to it. Because that doesn't make it more powerful in any regard except for the number of mobs that it hits. And now that's actually a much more important factor, so it'll stay, it won't get, like its strength won't get out of control, but it will have a significant effect. Oh, I just noticed that we haven't gotten any points for our cookies. I wonder what that's about. We still have 0 of points. Oh, right, because I'm not updating score. So score ++, and then what's sc? Score text dot GUI text dot text equals score to string. Save that. Alright. What? I don't understand. Is it because I didn't, yeah. Oh, parentheses. Wait, what is never used? Oh, cookie anim time, yeah. Yeah. So, alright, let's, I guess let's change the mob's traversal while carrying a cookie actually towards a point, not just in an arbitrary direction. So instead of having escape range or escape dist, let's change that to start dist. And let's also have public vector3 end or mobs dest equals let's say 0 0 -15, I guess. Save that. And then, yeah, so now instead of just meandering in that direction, mobs will actually wander towards a specific point, and that way you won't have to spend as much time translating laterally, like running back and forth. Mobs will, as they head towards the escape point, they'll kind of just kind of funnel themselves towards the center of the map, I guess. Yeah, so right, if mobs are carrying, then right, okay, so here we'll say vector3 h offset equals, wait, not h offset, let's say d offset, I guess, equals mobs transform position minus mobs dest. Actually, this is better named mob dest. Alright, and so then if So then, if d offset is less than d offset.magnitude, if d offset.magnitude is less than mob's radius, no, mob diameter plus, oh, I got rid of home radius, so let's just say mob diameter times 2, times 4 maybe. Yeah, then, no, let's say times 2. I should put something there, so that, well, let's see how this looks before I get too distracted by whatever. Alright. And then, so right, if mob's carrying, then that happens if it's gotten close enough, and if not, then else offsets I plus equals d offset dot normalized times what's that? What don't you like about this? Alright. What? Oh, yeah. New vector 3. Vector 3. Vector 3. Alright. How about that? Drop time, yeah. Wait, what? Oops, they're going in the wrong direction. So, I think I accidentally inverted that subtraction. Yeah. Right, mob dust minus position. Alright, so this way on their trip over to the destination, they'll kind of like naturally center themselves, and so hopefully on the reverse trip, or hopefully that'll be enough that for the reverse trip they stay relatively not clumped. Thinking hopefully maybe, oh, did I explosion, oops, no, I didn't put the I didn't keep the explosion radius high. So yeah, let's play with this just for a minute. Pots still don't do anything. I guess I don't need bombs to be useful quite so often. Other dash? Yeah, dash needs help now. Used to be so good. Now it's, now I can kind of screw you over. So maybe I should just make the hero naturally move faster. Because it's not bad. I mean, it's still effective. It just has the unfortunate consequence of occasionally putting you in the wrong place. So, yeah, we still have like, I guess I was gonna go to like around 6:30 today, so we still have more time. I'm just feeling that like mid-afternoon lull. So yeah, I guess with the targeting thing, I think it did get slightly better. I think it's better now that they're all kind of like funneled towards like one central location. I think that does better for the just for the clustering, and yeah, I definitely need to change the interface now though, because you really need to use this space underneath the underneath where the maybe the camera should be in like the exact opposite direction. Maybe it'd be better if the camera looked towards like, well, I guess let's find out. What do I want to do? Camera. I want to rotate you. Nope, not that direction. That's funny though. Rotate you, yeah. So what if you were like 180? Alright, yeah, now we're like looking towards like the danger zone, I guess I'm gonna call it, because this is like where this is where it goes down. This is where like you're supposed to stop, like hypothetically you're supposed to stop the mobs before they get to that point. I'm thinking that like the range, I was gonna say the range in which the mobs spawn might be a bit too wide for starters. But it might just be that there are so many mobs that everything's a bit wide because of that. Everything feels a bit wide because of that. Because of how mushed in they are. Alright, so yeah, I don't know which one I don't know which of the camera directions I necessarily prefer, but I know that I do need to move the camera either way. I mean, I guess I could try putting camera rotation back in and see how that feels. Although I imagine it would probably be really easy to lose track of direction in that case. And I don't know. Maybe you can get it back whenever you need it, just based on the direction of the way the mobs are moving, but I don't know. I feel like maybe bombs should be like, since I don't, now that targeting is like more important, like now that like it actually matters like which mob you're attacking at any given time, I feel like the player should have more control over that. So I feel like now instead of, well, I don't know what multiplicity means for bombs then. Maybe like the first bomb always detonates where you are, and then multiple subsequent bombs, like maybe the subsequent bombs detonate in other locations. Yeah, that's definitely more important though. Or targeting in general is just really important now. Let's try swinging the camera back around the other way. So maybe not every mob has a cookie. Maybe, well, no, I don't know what the point of a mob without a cookie would be. I think I do need some indication of like where are the mobs going, like why are they all wandering in this direction? Like, what are the consequences of the mobs wandering in that direction? I think I also just need better AI. Now that, like, if I'm going to use this as like the how the game's supposed to work now, I think I need yeah, and I need the hero and allies to recognize that as the strategy. Yeah. So, I also have a backlog now, which is kind of cool. Now at any given point, know what are some things that I could be working on. Although I haven't organized it yet, so it's not like it's prioritized or anything. Yeah, Dash. Oh, Dash, you're so good. You're so good. You were once so overpowered. And now, I don't even know. I could just try. I don't know. Like, adding range to dash is arguably even worse now, because it can leave you even more offset. I mean, it's still good. It's still really powerful. I guess you just have to plan it out more cleanly. You just have to line up your shot better. That's still really powerful. Admittedly, I dropped a few modifiers into it. Still. Yeah, that's probably still good. Probably don't have to worry about it too much. I probably just have to smarten up the targeting and reevaluate it at that point. Yeah, I really have to change the targeting. So that's clearly the next thing. Maybe this is a good time to change how allies follow. Since that also happens in targeting. I guess I still don't really have a consequence. I just have a new objective. Because originally, like, you were going to have a finite number of cookies, hypothetically. But, like, I never even really thought about how to represent, like, your cookie supply. Maybe, So maybe I should go back to something towards, like, the original implementation, and then, maybe then, you don't really worry about mobs until they have cookies, and then once the mobs have cookies, they all escape in the same direction for whatever reason. That way, yeah, like your cookie, like your home base could be like the indicator of like how many cookies you have. Number of cookies remaining. Doop doop. Kicking dudes into space. Like you do. Probably put this on mobile relatively soon in order to see how it feels. Because like, however I improve targeting, it has to be improved in such a way that it still feels good on mobile. So maybe I really should just tune up the AI to make just the not put the burden of targeting on the user. Yeah, I should change the rate at which modifiers spawn, so that I can actually get a sense of like how fast they should spawn. So yeah, just give it a shot. Let's say once every like 5 seconds, maybe. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so now we have a mob spawning every second. So pot still does nothing. Bombs, yay. Oh, I have a speed thing. I'm not using bombs for some reason. Pots. Pots are no fun. Dash, hey, that's new power. Strength of bombs, maybe? Wow, look at all the strength. Alright, everything gets stronger. All the strength. Let's increase base range. Yeah. Strength on dash. What happened to dash targeting? Seems like it was like missing targets. Yeah, if dash has like any sort of cooldown, it's really disappointing when it misfires. I like when it goes in that useless direction. Oh wow, look at all these things I haven't used yet. Range, multiplicity, pot, strength, multiplicity, power 3, oh boy. Strength of bombs, I guess. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow I'll do icons. Oh no, yeah, I still need to come up with pow3. I should really come up with pow3. Although, I don't know, maybe it's good that I haven't yet, because now, I mean, wait a second. Did I pick up no one in that dash? Oh, maybe this is that thing that I changed with dashing that I couldn't figure out why it seemed to have no effect. Maybe I should change that back now. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, why does this say... Why would this not apply to the hero? Or how would dashing work if that doesn't apply to the hero? Maybe instead of like having no effect, I should just make the bomb button like click in and then click back out again immediately to indicate that clicking it has some effect, just not what you might hope for it to be doing. I should also put like an indicator. Well, I was gonna say I should put an indicator of the locality of bomb, but if I'm changing how bombs work, then that might make things somewhat easier. Alright, so my ally's just bullying the crap out of that dude. Not cool. What did he ever do to you? Alright. Alright, I just changed my mind about everything forever. So I think I'm gonna go back to where the mobs would swarm towards heroes and allies. So basically put mob targeting back in. It just feels weird chasing them around in these arbitrary directions. And so I think I'll keep the whole thing about mobs having separate behaviors about whether they're holding cookies or not, but I guess their behavior when holding a cookie will just be to run towards the hero, I guess. Because we changed a lot today, and some of it I think is really awesome, and then some of it just doesn't feel better. So alright, yeah, let's see what that does. So yeah, I guess I'll just make it so that mobs like move towards the hero when they have cookies, and then when they don't have cookies, they'll just move away from the hero until they're like a cookie distance away from the hero. So yeah, let's alright. So I didn't check if dash still works after I undid the thing earlier that I don't know, etc., etc. It's gonna take forever now that the stuff spawns much slower. So let's change that spawn period for buttons back up to 1. Yeah, so dash, there we go. Alright, yeah, what is that? Why does dash work that way? I'll figure that out at some point, perhaps. Or things will just work and I'll never have to figure it out. I think, yeah, I don't know how to do this exactly, because, if literally all the mobs are, like, shoving towards the hero, then that's gonna get really crowded. I mean, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's what, yeah, that's probably fine. Probably. Because it won't take long for the mobs to lose their cookies and then then start moving in the opposite direction. So yeah. All right. So where were we? I can probably almost certainly get rid of this stuff by now. For now. Oh yeah. So actually, this stuff's coming back. Because we enjoy camera swivel once more. Probably? I don't know. Alright, so, right. Where's carrying. Here we are. All right, so we don't care about we don't care about mob dust anymore. We care about hero dot transform. Yeah, whatever. Hero dot transform dot position. Also known as transform dot position. All right, so yeah, so actually we don't. This can be outside of mobs carrying because we'll use it for both of the both cases. So all right, that part works fine. Mob diameter d offset dot magnitude mob diameter times 2. Oh wait, yeah, we had it before that. When the mobs actually reach their destination, they got rid of the cookie, but I don't think that's actually going to be true anymore. So I think we're actually just going to say if d offset dot magnitude is greater than mob's diameter times 2. So they try and get that close. Oh, that's really close. So maybe times 4 or so. I don't know. We can tune that. So yeah, let's actually say like mob approach. Alright, so if the magnitude is greater than mob approach, then move towards. Else, if not carrying, then how does this work? No, it doesn't have to do with the z value anymore. It has to do with d offset dot magnitude. If not carrying, and the mob has traveled a sufficient distance to be outside the, well, we called it start distance before, but let's call it like outside radius. Then they pick up a cookie, and if they're not there yet, then they move in that direction. So it's this -1 times, but -1 times all that stuff. Okay. And now we have to say what mob approach is. Mob approach outside radius. I guess I could call it inside radius. Float mob approach equals 4f float. Actually, let's look up to the f. Or these are public. Public float mob approach 3f public float outside radius. Oh no, we already had outside radius defined somewhere. Oh yeah, it's up there. And then yeah, let's rename this to inside radius. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see how that goes. Oh, and we should change where the mobs spawn. So they'll spawn I guess. I guess we want them to spawn like just an arbitrary distance away from the hero, so so how about Right, so we'll just say new vector3 random value comma 0 comma random value actually minus 0.5 f minus 0.5 f, and then we'll say that dot normalized times mob, no, outside radius times outside radius, and it'll also be actually it'll also be transform dot position plus that vector. Yeah, I think that'll make the mob spawn just in a perimeter around the hero, probably. Where are mobs? They're there. Ah, I see them. Pop. Oh, am I chasing that mob? I guess I was. Yeah. Alright, well, this will be very important to, why am I just perpetually chasing that mob? That's so weird. Alright, well, yeah, I'll have to just change targeting behavior in general to only really target, dudes with coins, or dudes with cookies. Yeah. So blowing stuff up. Yeah, alright, so mobs with cookies naturally gravitate towards the hero, mobs without cookies naturally gravitate away from the hero. So hero's so weird when he just like chases down the mob. It's so weird. Why even? Like, as far as I can tell, his auto attack isn't even like activating when he's chasing down that mob. Huh. That's not fun. Yeah, I guess I don't have to worry too much about what is the inner radius, because, like I said, it's really easy to clear dudes out of the inner radius, or clear dudes away once they're too close. So, yeah, maybe, maybe, alright, well, I like that we can, worry less about a lot of stuff, now that we have that change made. My gut reaction is that, I mean, it doesn't feel quite right yet, especially with what we were seeing. Whoa. What the heck? I didn't change anything that would nerf bomb. Why is it suddenly nerfed? What? What the heck? That's weird. That was an unexpected change. Oh, right. I know what's up. I think, maybe. No, I don't necessarily know what's up, but I do know one thing that I think I probably have to change, which is this should only be occurring if the mobs are not knocked into the air. I forget if I'm doing that yet. So, is this within one of those knockback scan things? Alright. Okay, yeah, so we are scanning for that. Okay. Just making sure. So yeah, what the heck happened to explosives? Or what the heck happened to bombs that they're no longer above the, what was it calling that thing? KB min drop. What on earth? Yeah, Bomb has like no knockup anymore. What the heck happened? And I'm pretty sure nothing happened, so what the heck? Okay. So you do actually, when chasing around a mob, you do actually still auto attack, which is good, I guess. Just the stuttery, I don't like that. So, alright. The time is 5:44 my time. But, I guess smart targeting, I've been saying it for a while, and it's probably the most important thing. Alright, I don't know what the heck's up with Bomb. But now that I've redone stuff, I can probably tune up Explosion. I mean, I can basically make the abilities more powerful in general, I think. And, but like, I don't, what the heck happened to it? Like, what did I change that would have affected that? Just chasing down this mob. This is the worst. In that case, it seemed like I wasn't actually auto-attacking. So maybe there's some, like... Oh, Bomb, what the heck happened to you? Yeah, I totally should have auto-attacked it by now. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna change the way that works, because that's weird. Well, no, okay, I should just change targeting. I should change targeting, and then that will stop annoying me. So... So to change targeting. I still don't have to worry about mob targeting, and I probably never have to worry about mob targeting. It's probably just supercut forever. So then what? Alright, so for single targeting, for scanning, we're probably only going to break if we actually find a mob with a mob that's carrying, and we'll probably go the full run otherwise. Like, we'll keep the mob in mind, but we'll just keep scanning. Alright, so scan result. So we have scan result, dist. So let's also have okay, so scan EKU equals -1, scan BKU dist equals this, I guess. That's what the cool kids are. Oh, right. So, wait, what? Oh. Alright, so, yeah. Apparently, these are set somewhere else. Yeah, so, int scan EKU, or maybe, no, yeah, you can target mobs that don't have cookies. That's valid. We just don't want it to happen automatically. So float scan result BK, or no, scan BKU dist. So yeah. So it was way further down. We had been working on that. Oh yeah, right around here. Dry socks! Hey! Yeah, my weekend was pretty cool. I was just like, I was out in the woods of Vermont, with a bunch of friends. It was a really fun time. I hadn't been that far out in nature in like a while. So it was cool to just like, there was like just no internet whatsoever, which it's been a while. But yeah, I had a good time. How was yours? And while the delay is relaying that message, I'm gonna fire up the build so you can see like everything that's crazy different today. Yeah, it's good to remember what existed before. Oh no, you got sick? Oh, that sucks. How are you feeling now? Uh, that's awful. Was it like a flu thing or like nice. um what what type of clothes? Oh no. um oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It's like, yeah. I've been fortunate with pretty good health lately. And, just okay, yeah, yeah. I got a really bad cold. When was it? It was like, I think it was like in this early spring, and oh man, it's just yeah. I mean, it goes without saying, but it's just like an awful feeling. um, are you getting a lot of OJ or vitamin C or whatever? Um, I hope. For me, hydration is always like what helps me through it, or at least what I attribute my health to. That's why that's why I always have a water bottle with me. Uh, Excuse me. I broke bombs by accident. I don't know what happened. Mobs don't get knocked into the air by bombs anymore. I have no clue what that's about. But, yeah, right? Yeah, that was what happened to me this spring, is that, like, it's, like, it's not, I made it through the entire winter without getting, like, sick at all, but then, right as soon as it got I Actually, I quit smoking relatively recently, so yeah. But what the heck happened to bombs? Something super weird happened to bombs. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I was running play mode just to show off the cookies or whatever these things are. Oh, congratulations! Yeah, do it. It's I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. Like occasionally, like if I see someone smoking, I'll like have that moment of like I don't know, because it's kind of like a social trigger. Like when someone else smokes, sometimes I would have had I like oh I'll have a cigarette also, and so like it's weird. Like I like my brain still when I see a cigarette sometimes it'll be like oh I should oh wait no I don't do that anymore. So what the all right I this bomb thing doesn't make any sense to me, but I'll have to reevaluate that, figure out what's going on there. Because no, I just don't get it. And actually, I must have just broken knockback in general, because like I don't know. Yeah, something's really amiss here. Like dudes are getting knocked up into the air, but only like sometimes. Like and no clue what that's about. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like, there's the point where like you don't even think about it anymore, and that's like, that just feels really good to get to that point. That's when you can be like fairly certain you're through the woods. What was I even changing? Oh, right. I'm in the middle of like hacking apart scan results. No, that wouldn't change anything, because I'm hacking the singular scan results. So I didn't even hack it especially much. Yeah, what on earth was I doing? Did I rename a public variable or something? That's always fun. I have no clue why all of a sudden that just started happening. I mean, it just increased the effectiveness of explosions, hypothetically. If anything, they should be more powerful than before. What, So I must be doing something to knockback that's not good? Knockback... Or, maybe knockback calc? Did I mess knockback calc up somehow? I don't think so. I didn't change any of that math. So that's weird. That's weird, and I don't understand it. Oh, what was the thing that I renamed? No, it was an inside radius. Did it? No? Seems probably fine. No? Wow. I broke something good. Alright, well, so, yeah, now when applying knockback, I'll print the knockback calc results. So let's see if we're still applying like reasonable vectors to it. Those seem reasonable. So, uh, oh, wait a second. I have a guess as to what I might have done wrong. If I'm slamming the offsets instead of adding offsets, then that could hypothetically be what we're seeing here. No, that doesn't explain it. I mean, this does occur after knockback processing, so I guess for now I'll just comment this out and then see if I can't undo whatever it is that I've done. So yeah, let's set outside radius to be right, yeah. Actually, yeah, I guess I can get rid of cookie drop time for now. Alright, so... Oh yeah, and then I was going to bring outside radius way down to like 5. So that way we'll just have a bunch of mobs spawn. And we can... Alright, so... Let's try bomb. Whoa. Did you freak out? Why is the game not freaking out? Oh, because I'm printing so many things all at the same time. Why am I printing so many things all at the same time? Yeah, what the heck? What is wrong with bomb? Something crazy is wrong with bomb. In a lot of ways, though. Not just this one that we're trying to untangle. So yeah, so for some reason bomb stopped knocking things into the air, and I'm not sure why that is, but I just noticed that bombs are affecting way too many targets, and they're affecting some targets. Well, they used to affect some targets the way they were supposed to. Now apparently they're affecting like freakish. Yeah. Oh yeah. So sorry. That was before getting distracted by the whole bombs thing. I was gonna explain like some of that. You'll notice that like the mobs like now carry the green mobs now carry, I don't know, I'm calling them like cookies, or I call them a bunch of different things. Sometimes I'll call them cookies, or I used to call them the cheese crackers before, like coins maybe, I don't know. But like yeah, so basically like now you can basically knock it out of their hands, and that's how, like how you collect them. Yeah, I've been trying a lot of different things today. Like first the mobs were would run across the map and back, and you had to like chase them down and stuff. Basically, I'm just trying to add in like an element of like what you're doing besides just knocking mobs around. You know, which is fun, but only for so long. So I've actually like what we just saw there is like a broken down version of what I had running a second ago. I just yeah, in order to like show it off like clearly, hypothetically, like knockback would be working because knockback is still a fairly important part of what's happening here. So I guess yeah. So in bomb activation, something is going really weirdly. I'm thinking it has to do with how. Oh, yeah. Maybe I know what it is. 'Cause like, I think the radius that I'm using for bomb to choose targets, like the scan range to choose targets when detonating a bomb. I think I might have set it up strangely, and it seemed to have no particularly negative effect at first, but now it seems pretty clearly to be having a I don't even know if it's related to like what happened that was weird with knockback, but I don't know. It is something that I'd like to fix either way. So all right. So this scan range multi? It's using the position of the hero. It's only getting as many targets as we need for this like the number of bombs that we intend to set off. So this is probably fine. This is probably returning like a correct thing. The maximum range is the range of the power. I am using a height to it, and I'm only returning green mobs, so that's probably fine. This is probably where it's a little weirder. So here the range of the power... Wait, what? It's the range of the power times the explosion radius? No, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So then the height is also... man, I was hoping this would be like weirdly screwed up in some way, because I was pretty sure that was what had been broken. But yeah, I guess instead of printing huh. Instead of printing the knockback, I could what? I could. Yeah, I'm going to print out these vectors, these offsets. So yeah, string p equals nothing basically. No, string p equals the radius explosion radius power n times explosion radius, I guess, plus this. Is that legit, or do I have to do to string? Seems legit. And then for each of these, let's say p plus equals offset dot magnitude plus, and then I guess down here we can print p. Yeah, let's see what that does. So now we should get the magnitudes for everything caught in the bomb radius. Oh, but I'm still printing knockback, so I should probably change that. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's see what happens now. So the range was 2, the only mob caught up in the explosion. What? Is it actually working now? No, it's definitely not. Because it has a much bigger radius than that. It should actually have a really big radius at this point. Oh right, so yeah, the distance will always be 2 for the mob at the epicenter of the blast. But cripes, why is it returning so few targets? Alright, what if the explosion radius were huge? If it were, like, literally 8. Whoops. Didn't like that. But okay. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, 8's too high. I'm not allowed to go that high. Yeah, how high can I go? I guess the maximum, if range is 5, then the maximum is probably like 3. So now bombs should blow up like basically everything, like all the time. And yet, what if we dropped K-beam and dropped down to 0? All right. So I guess this part is actually kind of working. Yeah, it's a little tricky to figure out what went wrong when I didn't apparently change anything and it just started like not working anymore. But okay, so this actually does seem to be working better than it had been a minute ago. So I don't know what that means. I just don't know what that means. Maybe it was just like a glitch with Unity itself or something. Alright, well, maybe that'll just come back again, arbitrarily again in the future for no particular reason. But in the meantime, let's carry on as if all were well, I guess. So right, I've turned outside. I put outside radius way down, but I think 15 was an okay value for outside radius. All right, so all those dudes. Look at all those dudes. Of course, knockback isn't working now. Why wouldn't it be working? Why did what? So it would seem to be, I mean, unless it's outside radius, which I would be surprised if it was actually outside radius, then it must be that block that I just uncommented, I guess. Because if it's not either of those, then I have no clue what the heck it is. Considering those are the only things that just changed. I'm just in awe of how little sense this makes. Because now it seems like some of them are getting affected correctly, and sometimes some of them are not. And like, what on earth is Oh no, no. No, I don't. I don't get it. I mean, I assume it has something to do with this, so let's get rid of that. Let's increase the mob spawn rate again. Oh yeah, it's just called spawn period. So 0.05, I guess. That's what we used to have it at. And then also the spawn period for buttons. Alright, ridiculous. Sometimes just nothing apparently happens. Or did I just click too fast? Is that what happened this time? No. Alright. Yeah, alright. Let's turn this back on and see what happens. Alright, I'm just gonna pretend it works for now. Probably. No. Ah, come on. Why? Why? Alright, so it seems to be the mobs that are fleeing don't get affected. But that's not 100% true, because look at all these coins I'm collecting. And look at how few mobs are actually getting popped into the air. So then if I uncomment those things again? Alright, so what if it was just the ones that were fleeing, hypothetically, then it would just be this that was causing the problem. But like... Oh, no. What? No. Alright, I don't know. Never mind. Okay. Don't mind me. Bombs. Does everything work great? Just that one line? It's that one line that, like, I have no clue why it would have any effect on any of this, and yet it seems to be having an effect on all of this for some reason. I must have just typoed in it. It must be one of those typos that's invisible to me because I typed it, and so I just see the correct thing instead of seeing what's actually written. Alright, so, invisible typo. Reveal yourself unto me. Alright, I'll just do minus equals instead of times -1. Because I assume that's... I mean, that's literally the only difference between this other one up here that seems to be working fine. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not... Well, we'll see what that does. Button spawn period, button. No, this is still happening, isn't it? It's just not as noticeable because now it's like way denser. Yeah, totally still happening.